In 1924, a hungry stockbroker walked into a small restaurant in Los Angeles and ordered something simple, a salad, but when the waiter returned, the dish looked nothing like the salads people were used to. Instead of being prepared in the kitchen, the chef rolled a cart right up to the table. He cracked eggs into a bowl, added garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, Parmesan cheese, and crisp romaine lettuce. Then he tossed everything together right in front of the customer. The result was bold, fresh, dramatic. That dish became the Caesar salad. And within a few decades, it spread to restaurants across America, and eventually the world. But the Caesar salad is just one example of a restaurant dish that changed American food forever. Some of these dishes were invented late at night, some were created to impress celebrities, and some were born from pure desperation in the kitchen. Today we're looking at 12 restaurant dishes that completely changed American food culture. And make sure you stick around for the final dish, because it didn't just become popular, it helped create the modern fast food empire. Let's start with a dish that turned a simple salad into a full meal. Number 1. The Cobb salad. In 1937, Bob Cobb, owner of the Brown Derby restaurant in Hollywood, walked into his kitchen late one night. He was hungry, but the kitchen was almost empty, so he started searching through the refrigerator. Lettuce, roast chicken, crispy bacon, avocado, tomatoes, hard-boiled eggs, blue cheese. He chopped everything together and tossed it with dressing. One of the restaurant's regular customers tried it and loved it immediately. Soon customers were asking for that chopped salad Bob made. The Cobb salad became a nationwide restaurant staple, but the next dish wasn't carefully planned at all. It started with a sandwich accident. Number 2. The French dip sandwich. In early 1900s, Los Angeles, restaurant owner Philippe Mathieu was preparing sandwiches when something unexpected happened. A fresh bread roll accidentally fell into the roasting pan filled with meat juices. The bread was soaked. Instead of throwing it away, he served it anyway. The customer loved it. Soon people began asking for their sandwiches dipped in the flavorful juice. That small kitchen accident created the French dip sandwich. But the next dish came from a customer request during a very rough morning. Number 3. Eggs Benedict. So, in the late 1800s, a tired Wall Street broker named Lemuel Benedict walked into the Waldorf Hotel in New York. He was badly hungover. He asked the chef for something unusual, something different, you know? Butter-toasted English muffins, poached eggs, crispy bacon, and a generous pour of hollandaise sauce. The chef, though, refined the idea. He swapped out the bacon for Canadian bacon, and just like that, a new brunch classic was born: eggs. Benedict soon became one of the most famous breakfast dishes in America. But you know, the next invention didn't come from New York. It actually came from a small pizza restaurant in Chicago. Number 4. Chicago deep dish pizza. Back in 1943, the owners of Pizzeria Uno wanted to create a pizza unlike anything Americans had seen before. Instead of a thin crust, they built this thick, buttery crust inside a deep pan. Then they layered cheese, toppings, and tomato sauce right on top. The result looked honestly more like a pie than a pizza. Chicago deep dish became legendary, and it helped prove something really important. American restaurants weren't just copying European food. They were reinventing it. But the next dish, well, it may have been the most important burger invention ever made. Number 5. The cheeseburger. So, in the 1920s, a young cook named Lionel Sternberger was working at a sandwich shop in Pasadena. One day, he tried something new. He placed a slice of cheese on top of a hamburger patty while it cooked. The cheese melted perfectly over the meat. Customers absolutely loved it. Pretty soon, restaurants all across America started copying the idea. Today, the cheeseburger is one of the most recognizable foods in the world. But here's something interesting. We're only halfway through the list, and the final dish we're building toward actually helped create the modern fast food empire. But before we get there, the next dish helped introduce America to one of its favorite pasta recipes. Number 6. Fettuccine Alfredo. Back in 1914, an Italian restaurant owner named Alfredo Di Lelio created a simple pasta dish for his pregnant wife. Fresh fettuccine, butter, Parmesan cheese. Yeah, that was it. Years later, American actors visiting Rome totally fell in love with the dish. When they returned home, restaurants across the United States started serving it. Fettuccine Alfredo quickly became one of the most popular pasta dishes in American restaurants. But hey, the next dish didn't come from Italy. It actually came from a late-night snack at a private club. Number 7. The club sandwich. In the late 1800s, a private gambling club in New York served a simple late-night meal. Toast, turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato, all stacked together in layers. It was easy to eat, and, honestly, incredibly satisfying. Pretty soon hotels and restaurants everywhere began adding it to their menus. The club sandwich became one of the most iconic sandwiches in American dining. But the next dish completely changed how Americans think about pizza. Number 8. California pizza. In the 1980s, Chef Wolfgang Puck introduced a pizza topped with smoked salmon, creme fraiche, and dill at his restaurant Spago. At the time, it sounded kind of strange. Pizza was supposed to be simple, right? Tomato sauce, cheese, pepperoni. But customers loved it. Soon, restaurants everywhere began experimenting with creative toppings, and the idea of gourmet pizza spread across the country. We're getting close to the final dishes. But the next one happened because a restaurant kitchen had almost nothing left to cook. Number 9. Buffalo wings. So, in 1964, at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, owner Teresa Bellissimo needed a quick snack for her son and his friends. All she had were chicken wings, which honestly, were usually just thrown away or used for stock. But she decided to fry them up, tossed them in a spicy butter sauce, and served them with celery and blue cheese dressing. The group totally loved them. Pretty soon, customers started asking for the same thing. Buffalo wings quickly became one of the most popular bar foods in America. But you know, the next invention actually helped launch the drive-in restaurant culture of the 1950s. Number 10. The double burger. Restaurants realized something really simple. People wanted bigger burgers, so they stacked 2 patties instead of just one. Add cheese, sauce, lettuce, and tomato, and suddenly the burger became the star of the menu. Drive-ins exploded across America. But the next dish, well, it might surprise you because it helped introduce millions of Americans to Indian cuisine. Number 11. Chicken tikka masala. So back in the 1970s, a chef in a curry house was asked by a customer for something, less dry than the traditional chicken tikka. So, he improvised. He added tomato sauce, cream, and spices. The result was rich, creamy, and incredibly flavorful. This dish quickly became one of the most popular Indian-inspired meals in Western restaurants. But now we've reached the final dish, and this one didn't just become popular, it actually helped build one of the largest fast food chains in history. Number 12. The Big Mac. In 1967, a McDonald's franchise owner named Jim Delegati wanted to create a bigger burger that would really stand out from competitors. So, he stacked 2 beef patties, added lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a special sauce. The Big Mac quickly became a nationwide hit, and it helped transform McDonald's into the fast food giant we all know today. From salads and sandwiches to pizza and burgers, these dishes didn't just become popular, they actually reshaped restaurant menus. They introduced new flavors, and they changed how Americans eat, which honestly proves something fascinating. Sometimes all it takes to change food history is one creative chef, one hungry customer, or one simple idea in a restaurant kitchen. And now, I'm curious, which of these dishes surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to discover more surprising food stories, make sure to subscribe and check out the next video on the screen, because honestly, some of the most famous foods in the world were never supposed